Hey folks, Twitch the Christian here. And I'm sitting there thinking, are we headed to that time period where things seem at their worst? This relates to the Dinar, but this also relates to a lot of other things too that I'm not going to get into. There's a couple videos in the past week that I have made that I'm getting ready to take down. Because with what's going on right now, there's a lot of things going on. And I'm mind blown. I'm surprised. It's like the storm is here, and this country is just really divided at this moment in time. And we have the prophetic words by all the major prophets, people's dreams and visions of the things that they saw during that time period. And I did put some of those up on this channel in the past. And some of those things seem like, a lot of it has come to pass. If you live in California or some other places, you might be standing in line at the food bank. In this whole thing with the virus, California is not really in a good shape right now. It's the 5th largest economy in the world and is basically shut down. So, but I think right now, at this moment, as I speak, on the 7th of January, they are probably going to further come down on the speech. And so over the next several weeks, I'm going to be extremely careful. And people don't really understand the implications when you have a government that is run all by the same party as far as like the House, the Senate, and the presidency. That means they can do anything that they want to do. And so it is scary for a lot of people, for this country. And regardless of which side of the fence that you're on, the reason why we're here at this moment in time is simply because the politicians 10 years ago, 20 years ago, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, did not want to do the things that were right and necessary to get this country to where it should be. Equal and fair. But it doesn't matter which side of the fence that these politicians are on. Keep in mind, the rich do not care. They get wealthy no matter who the president is because they take advantage of the central bank bonds and other privileges. And if you just go to the headlines, it's going to really seem like, according to the media, that things are really bad. And I'm just going to read some headlines. Right? So they calling the president certifiable. You guys know what that means. Crazy. Republican rep calls for the 25th Amendment to be invoked. White House aides consider resignations, removal options as Trump rages against perceived betrayals. Right? And you know what? The Republicans really did not back the president of the United States. They folded. Right? And that's what I've been saying. That's why I call myself an independent, and I don't belong to any party. And I have seen people all year long promote certain candidates that look at where are they now. We saw a huge, and when you look at from a political point of view, it really was in a way a betrayal by the Republicans. And remember what Kim Clement said, make shame of the Democratic Party, but even more of the Republicans. And you just saw that. You had to see the divide. You had to see the true divide. I think the media called it an insurrection. All right, so now you have here on CNN, call grows for Trump's removal after inciting deadly riot. So now they're blaming him for those people, even though the cops let them in. Now they are blaming the president for their actions. The Senate Democrat leader and some in the GOP are bringing up the 25th Amendment as administration official weighing resigning or staying. So now they're all going after him right now at this moment, right? Both Republicans and Democrats. I don't know, folks. This is insane. I don't know. Maybe this is at the time where things do seem like they're at their worst. And this is not going to end. If the enemy has their way, they will control everything, and it will be hell for anybody who's any way opposed to any of their belief system. And social media is going to change dramatically. All right, so let's go with Fox News. Schumer calls for Trump to be immediately removed from office by the 25th Amendment or impeachment. Mike Pence is angry over Trump's treatment of him, pressure over election. Barr calls Trump conduct inexcusable and betrayer of his office and supporters. And it is a shame that this did happen. People lost their lives, and I think this, even though this news right here just sounds crazy, like we're in it, like this whole country is like in a movie. A lot of this could have been avoided. Maybe it was the plan all along. I don't know. I know that obviously God is in control of what's going on. But even Bill Barr, and see now again, every news organization is saying the same thing. All right, they don't want to wait the 13 days. And then we have here where it appears the president have appeared to concede that Democrats won the Senate control. And then the president saying that he promises a peaceful transfer of power. I don't know, folks. But we look at the prophetic words, right? We look at everything that's been said by Kim, Prophet Kim, Prophet Charlie, dreams, visions. And so there's only 13 days left into the inauguration. Only 13 days. I think at this moment, the president saw whose allies really, really were in this whole entire thing for the last 4 years. So it was at this moment right here where the president saw who really had his back. And folks, I don't know, folks, this is just absolutely just everything is insane. And so with only 13 days left into the inauguration, there is got to be something big that happens in between all of that. So that's what we're expecting. And of course, we have the Dow Jones. The market reacted to the certification. Right now, they believe that everything's going to be run by Democrats. And we have to understand that the people who are involved in the stock market and who trade, the millionaires and billionaires out there, they don't care. Because either way, they will try to write off as much as they can. They will donate as much as they can to political parties to keep the system going. So what now? Well, I guess we have 13 days, and we'll see what happens by the 20th. And I don't know how much chaos is going to happen. I don't know if the Dow is going to drop in between that time. So far, it looks like it's pretty positive. And I think that after these whole events, and they think that they can get the president of the United States out, maybe the markets will respond to that. I mean, on a worldwide basis, world leaders right now, they're all talking about this. All the news media in the foreign news, they're all talking about this situation. I'm sure there are leaders on both sides of the fence, world leaders, that either support the president or don't support him. But everybody in the world is really watching the situation go down. So is this the moment that things seem like they're at their worst? That everything that was supposed to happen about getting rid of the evil, right? Getting rid of the corrupt and all that, what's going on with that? And so over the next 13 days, we need to be prepared. I don't know if the Supreme Court is going to get involved. I don't know how this is going to play out. The President of the United States might just declassify everything. He just might go ahead and do it. And I'm talking about just a whole lot of other different things, not just what most people are looking for, but a whole lot of things could come out. Now, we talked about, there's this whole thing with UFO disclosure. He's considering everything with JFK and, many other subjects. So could he declassify a lot of things? I don't know. I also believe that this is for a lot of us, this is a test of faith and a test of the prophetic word. With saying that, I need, everybody's hearts need to be prepared. And what I mean by that is things could get really crazy really fast. In the political spectrum, Kim Clement talked about the embarrassment of the politicians. So we may actually see this in the next 13 days. But we're all in this together. We're still focused on our investments, and we're still focused on obtaining wealth and getting out of debt and many other things and trying to live out our lives. So I will try to keep you updated. If anything big breaks, I will try to get a video up about it as soon as possible. I am still working on some other content. I've recorded many videos. Some videos I don't necessarily have to come right now, but they may be touching on certain subjects, but I'm trying to get to each one of those and get them out and try to keep you current on my thoughts on everything that's going on. But before I do go, I do want to go back to Prophet Charlie's Twitter. He hasn't really said anything as far as the Dinar or saying anything to the Dinar community or just bringing it up at all. But one of the things I do want to bring up, which is kind of weird, one thing I do want to kind of bring up, and he made some post, and obviously there's a reason for him posting this. And on January 5th, he started posting about UFOs. And of course, this one here says a Harvard professor says an alien visited in 2017 and more are coming. All right, so he posted about that. And he says here, for over a decade, the program, now tucked inside the Office of the Naval Intelligence, has discussed mysterious events and classified briefings. These are fallen angels. Okay, now he's saying they're fallen angels. I think anything that is in our atmosphere, it could be non-angelic. God is a creator, and He creates. If He's created human beings, we don't know what type of beings that He's created throughout the entire universe. I do believe, as far as that, a lot of things that we do see are from the fallen angels, but also I think they are non-angelic beings that are on the same side as the fallen angels. So he made those two posts, and then I'm going to go back to what he said here. And he says here, some in government positions take their orders directly from fallen angels. This is the hour where everything that has been hidden will be revealed. Right? So he's saying, okay, that everything in this hour is going to be revealed. So we have, 13 days? All right, so I just wanted to throw that on there before I let you guys go, and we'll just keep a watch of the stock markets and what's going on in the news and see where this thing leads us to. So just be prayerful, pray for the peace and safety of yourselves and loved ones in the world. God bless. And with that being said, Twisted Christian out.